Hello, this is a prepaid call from an inmate at the Santa Clara County Main Jail. This call is from a correctional facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and disclosure to the district attorney or other law enforcement agencies.
Our appreciation and a strong embrace of respect is extended beyond these walls of Santa Clara County Jail to all those who support our current hunger strike in our attempt to bring about meaningful positive change and equal application for all detainees through the equal application of policy. Now, just to update everyone on what's going on, we are now on our 8th day of not eating food. Finally, late last night, we got weighed. As suspected, our participants who are the heaviest actually had the most to lose. You see, in this location alone, the most one individual lost was 22 pounds. Personally, I lost 10.2 pounds in 7 days. I now weigh 157.2 pounds, and that is not including any weight that I may have possibly lost today. So aside from dizzy spells, massive headaches, severe stomach cramps, drained energy, muscle spasms, bones aching, and the inability to focus and defecate for 6 days, we are now also experiencing rapid dramatic weight loss. Some are experiencing morning nosebleeds, and I personally have periodic blurred vision. Please understand that we do not convey this message for the purpose of gaining nor seeking sympathy, as that would possibly serve as a distraction to our true message and undermine the experience of our collective sacrifice. Instead, we seek to gain more and continued support. We welcome empathy, and we ultimately strive for positive change, transparency, equal treatment through application of policies. We also believe it is important to understand that we are fully aware that regardless of our determination, our bodies may eventually fail us, shut down, go into cardiac arrest, so on and so forth. So, of course, we do not want to starve ourselves. We are not into self-torture. We are not driven by ego, any gang purposes, and we are not simply a few disgruntled prisoners. We have continuously utilized, exhausted all avenues, remedies available to us, seeking equal treatment, only to continuously be ignored or denied, regardless of new policy changes on paper. Unfortunately, there still remains discriminatory gap between written policy and its physical practice that classification administration has not yet corrected. Just as Sheriff Lori Smith, the Board of Directors and Administration have not and will not answer emails or calls of concerns about your loved ones who are striking within this jail, our calls for due process and equal application for already existing policies are also ignored. Many of us have spent over 3+ years in solitary confinement. Eventually, we were moved to a secretive, more restrictive location which operated a pilot program. Literally, we were strip searched several times a day. We were deprived of fundamental bare elements of human existence. For approximately 6 to 8 months, we were not allowed to go outside. We were not allowed one single breath of fresh air, and not one single ray of sunlight touched our skin. Other severe psychological tactics were applied to try and break us down as men. We were grossly discriminated against, and there was no due process afforded to us. This was done regardless of the fact many of us, myself included, are not here for violent charges and do not have any violent in-house infractions. Some positive changes did come about after Michael Tyree's death by the hands of 3 deputies, our first hunger strike in 2016, and the Chavez versus Santa Clara County Jail lawsuit. Of course, we do recognize and appreciate these changes. However, there are still detainees who remain in solitary confinement, now called restrictive housing. They have been there for 1 to 2+ years with no end in sight, as they are not afforded any real due process. In addition, there are still many of us who, regardless of our good behavior, we cannot get downclassed to a less restrictive category, again, due to unequal application of classification policy. These are just some of our experiences and reasons why we believe in what we are doing, and we are willing to make the sacrifices in the spirit of change and hope to be treated with respect, dignity, and equality. Yes, we understand this is a tough situation in trying times, not only for us and our family of supporters, but also for Sheriff Lori Smith, administration, and the Board of Directors. But we do strive for a fair and swift resolution. In closing, let me just say, although our bodies bodies are losing weight, energy, and strength, we still stand firm. Our spirit is determined and strong as we feed off the support of our supporters. Thank you. Gracias. In solidarity, Prisoners United of Silicon Valley.